up in the web? We are back. Xbox Day One Podcast. We back. We back again. People saying, "Oh shit, I forgot to turn my own phone down because I like to talk to everybody in the chat." So, man, we have a good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long we're gonna go on tonight. Cause shit, people. We got some opinionated people gonna pop up tonight. So, let's go. Let's go with Live Wire. What's good with you, Live?
Not much, chilling. Gaming as usual. But can't wait to get into the topics.
All right. We got Flip Monet in the house.
Yeah, what's going on, people? Flip Monet. We're good. Man, life is good, man.
And we got
I can't wait to tell y'all that it is time, and believe it or not, like Livewire later on today, I was talking to Rocket, and we will tell y'all about that PlayStation 5 Pro.
Yeah. So yeah, so man, it's going down tonight. It's going tonight, man. But what's first thing we could talk? We don't want to talk about the Ninja game. Y'all played that shit. I've been playing the dog shit out of it. I know Live playing it. I don't know if Flip played it. I thought Flip was gonna play it because it got Adobe Atmos.
I mean, I've been rocking out in it. I played it the first day. I played it the second day. And then I haven't played it since because I just been tired, dog. I ain't really been playing shit. I mean, I play shit early. I've been playing Fall Guys in the morning because ain't got blood and guts in it, so I can play that around my daughter. But outside of that, everything else, I jump on, then I pass out like yesterday.
Yeah, man, I feel you. That was like that on Thursday. But we got Punisher in the building. We got Punisher, motherfucking Punisher in the building.
What's going on, fellas?
Sure,
What's up
hanging
with
in there.
And then no, I've been playing the dog shit out this goddamn game.
What level you at? I'm at 5.
I'm at about to be 12.
Oh, okay, yeah, you've been on it. I was rocking out.
Yeah, I've been playing. You know what? I don't know.
I've only lost twice.
I lost more than twice. It depends.
Oh, you mean you've been playing longer, so yeah.
The only thing I don't like when they gave me a bunch of damn rookies. They gave me some rookies.
Yeah.
And what up with you, Pawhead? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, if you stay together, you might not get as many kills when you're together, but you're more likely to win though.
Right. I told people if you're gonna separate, I usually make a waypoint. See, some people they always want to go to that Goldilocks zone. I'm trying to get to the circle. See, I'm a PUBG guy. I like to stay in the circle. And we're in the circle.
Yeah, yo, that shit is aggressive, dog. If you ain't in that circle, man, that shit will eat you up quick.
So I'm trying to stay in the circle and shit. And then I make a waypoint straight into the middle of the circle. These dudes want to see it, and I'm like, it's only so much shit we can carry.
Yeah.
If I got epic this, epic that, all this, I don't need shit. I found a sword today that shit got flames on it. I stole it from somebody after I kicked their ass. Them nunchucks is the man. I just lost my match. The motherfucker hit me with them nunchucks is no joke. You get some epic nunchucks.
Mm-hmm.
That in the twin blades. Oh no.
What game are y'all talking about?
Naruto.
Naraka.
And the rock and blade point,
Yeah,
something like that.
blade point. They showed it at the Xbox joint.
Okay. I'll tell you one thing about that game, dog. That shit runs smooth.
Yeah, all the shit that be going on. It felt like
for the type of game that is, you would think. I thought it was gonna run like
Is that game in Game Pass? Is it in there yet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in Game Pass. Yeah,
I'm gonna have
otherwise
to
it's
check it
$30
out.
game. And I'm gonna buy the season pass on Wednesday or Tuesday. So what? Because I like the game.
I mean, it's battle royale, but it doesn't feel as I don't want to say it's not challenging, but it's more forgiving. Like in battle
You get jumped by
royale,
2 people. If you got epic armor stuff and they don't have anything, you got an odds of beating both of them.
yeah, but like I'm saying, like if you're if you know what you're doing, you should be stacking up and putting the armor on before you begin a fight. I don't run into no fight butt ass naked. That's just crazy.
Oh no, I walk around, I put on something. I put on even some common armor on.
That spear though, I ain't no good with that damn spear.
I'm pretty. I can be. It's all right. The spears are. I can put your what's called on. The spears all right.
It's too slow for me. I either rock out with the dual blades or the katana.
Yeah. We got Sensei in the building.
But
I
be using the guns though.
Yeah. I ain't mess with none of them guns. I ain't nothing. No, I can't.
I fucks with that crossbow. That crossbow, you can go out there and spray up the fucking field. You just gotta keep your distance. Make sure you keep an eye on who's around you. Because when you gotta reload, that should take some time.
Yeah, the great sword is good, but if you get the great sword epic, Vodka, that's the beast.
Mm-hmm.
You get the epic version, oh, you can go knock 2 of them down with one swing.
Mm-hmm.
No, so like I said, I've been on.
Yeah, it's a good game. Now, do they have a campaign, or the campaign ain't coming?
Okay, it's a campaign, but it's like in a chapter. They only gave us the first chapter, but it's more like a raid.
Okay.
I've been trying to get my level up before I go into that.
I haven't played the campaign yet.
Yeah, the campaign is at the bottom. Let me see if it's at the bottom left.
I only did the tutorial.
Yeah. So no, when it say journey done, that's the campaign. Or I think treasure. No, it's either it's journey done. That's the campaign.
Okay.
And it's like a big raid, and I heard it ain't easy.
I'm sure it ain't.
He said campaign coming later. I thought the campaign was there because he said it on the video. He said the first chapter is there.
Maybe it means the retro is coming later.
I don't know. That's why I listened to it on the video on the Xbox channel. But what else y'all been playing, man? Shit.
So right now I'm playing Final Fantasy 13, you know.
13.
Not too bad.
I started 13. There's too many damn games, man. I swear to God. I
got too many also.
I went to a depression zone. I had anxiety attacks on how many goddamn games that is on Xbox.
Shit, I went back and I just downloaded was that Sunset Overdrive for PC. I didn't even know that was in Game Pass for PC until I saw it in there.
I mean, so he's playing the Shadowrun. Yeah, that Shadowrun. If I play Shadowrun, a lot of games I play. I actually played I played that Sniper Elite, but I played it in the cloud. I played it in the cloud.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, if I touch Shadowrun, I'll probably play it
in the cloud. And it was pretty. It was pretty cool. I know why y'all like it. It was pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you snipe somebody and you see that bullet in their guts.
Yeah, I was playing that.
Is that Shadowrun? Is that turn based?
I think it is. I thought it's something. I think it's. I don't really know. Because it's supposed to be both Shadowruns.
It's all 3.
Yeah, more than one on there. It's like 3 or 4 of them, something like that.
Yeah, it's a Trojan.
Yeah, it's turn based. Sleepy said it's turn based.
Oh yeah. I ain't
got time for no turn based right there. Shit.
I don't play turn based games. I'm If it was like real time strategy, I could do that. Nowadays,
Right. Me either.
like that's the thing that would be killing me. When you guys be like, oh, Persona's so good, and Persona's so this. I'd be like, yeah, but bro, you gotta sit there and listen to this talk for hella long, and then you get to play. Nigga, I gotta be awake for that shit. Like, what good is playing the game if I passed out over the cutscenes? Like you, how can you do shit? Good acting.
This is for my
Like
this
anime.
is for my man Lawwire. I'm gonna give a shout out to Lawwire. Chip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that FSR gonna be godly when they hit consoles.
Mm-hmm.
About that a
Yeah,
little.
that frame rate about to go through the roof, man. Can't wait for that
About
either.
that. Let's talk about that one last. So that's the name.
You
That's
talking
the
about how they
curve.
gonna
That's the curve stump. That's the curve stump. That's the
how they
curve.
gonna improve all that shit that Xbox got already?
And it's already improved.
Man, I say it again,
No,
bro.
I got a
Say it
topic.
again.
Okay, I got a topic. You know, I usually don't listen to about the ones fucking ignorant ass YouTubers, but it came across my feed because I've been in the office for damn near the last 2 weeks, so I'm over here running out of videos. So it showed me Dreamcast guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I said,
So
let me get
that's
this
the
to listen.
that's the 2.0.
Yeah, so I said, this motherfucker Dreamcast. He said, he was trying to show the difference between Game Pass and PlayStation. Was that Premiere, whatever that bullshit
And
is.
that plus premium or
Mm-hmm.
something like
And
that.
Yeah.
this, I listened
Plus
to
an
about a
extra.
good
I'll
6
say.
minutes of this shit. And I was, I had to just cut it off.
Yeah, you have to after a while. Dr. Vaca's boy Destin Legary, he ran a video, I think yesterday or today, about how Sony's is so good and it's costs less than Microsoft's, and it's no correlation. I couldn't get through the show.
It's the same
That's
thing.
funny how they
These the
keep
same
saying shit
motherfuckers
like
said they
that.
didn't want no old game. This is what I want to talk about. What performance boost do they get for playing their old games?
I
Nothing.
mean, they don't.
Oh,
No, they don't
well,
get.
hold
They don't
on,
get that stuff.
hold on, Bone. If you
Well,
gonna go
for
there,
PS4 games, some of them.
if you gonna hold on, Bone,
Only
if
the
you gonna go
PS4.
there like that, which
Right.
performance boost they got? Well, like when me and Vodka was talking earlier and shit, man, they do got a performance boost on their PlayStation 5 Pro. They do got that. You know what I'm saying? It has performance boost, and they Pro is that PC. The PC is the Pro. That's the thing people don't get. The PlayStation 5 Pro is that damn PC. So they got all performance boost that they need. That's all. If the PlayStation guy want good performance, better quality of game, they have to upgrade to the PC. They Pro. That's how that works.
Well, yep.
I mean, it ain't hard. It ain't hard science. You don't even have to use Livewire retarded man for that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because I don't see them talk about no frame, no frame boost. Is the the game running more faster? Are some games is crashing?
What game is crashing?
Heard a lot of some of them old games be crashing sometimes.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the PS2 games or something.
Yeah.
But,
Oh yeah, I heard that a lot too. One of their recent games was crashing and nobody's saying anything about it. It was one of the I forgot which site said that, but they have it's other games crashing the PS5.
Yeah, so I was like, what performance for you to go buy this? And then it was like this is I think he said because I think PlayStation has a better value. How you don't have a better value where you don't even get your games day one in your exclusive day one in your little subscription gate. That kills it already.
so you
Yeah,
really don't
Destin
get no
stayed away
games
from
day
that.
one, really.
Yeah.
No, they
You got-
don't. Well,
you got you. Oh, they put in this game, and they put the last of this game, and then he said, "Why the last of it's in there?" Because they making a remake of a remake of a remake.
No, 100 trying to sugarcoat it. They putting your favorite game straight in there day one, 100.
I ain't fucking with no. No, you know what? Man, Z, you hit a note. You know that gaming boat, watch culture gaming, and something else talking about that game could be game of the year.
See?
I said
We
on what? No fucking planet.
see, see, you have a stray ass cat. And people talk about they don't know what Starfield is. What the fuck is stray about? You got this cat, it was riding on a boat at one point in time.
He's
And
talking about a
I
fucking
was like,
cat
this
with a
shit might be
backpack.
good.
Yeah. This motherfucker walking around town. They told me this could be a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? You being a cat? You I, some people love
I
cats,
don't
some
know.
people love dogs. I really don't care about no animal, but I don't want to play no damn cat. I can see
I
you
don't know.
turn into a cat and then turn back into a human or something.
Man,
Man,
that
They
hurt when I saw that.
Hold on. Again, let's stop this. I'm putting on all the finest points on this show. I'm gonna put out all the
man, that's
finest
that meow
I
points
meow
didn't hear
game.
you, Flip.
PlayStation Pro have, the PlayStation regular 5 had. Let's understand it. Even with their VR, their technology is way advanced. You got to think about it. Sony have Connect 4 and 3K minus and VR. It don't get no better than that.
Flip, get close to your
Come on,
mic.
man.
You sound like you're in the alley.
With that cat. That stray cat got flipped.
Straight and got him. And he got a cat.
Yeah, man, you talking about stray and they talking about people talking about Xbox doesn't have any first party games for the year. What what does Sony have? They coming out with remakes, and people are being critical of the Skyrim DLC, being critical. I think Fallout is having a DLC coming. At least it's a new part of the game. These jokers are giving you the exact same game for the third time. And they talking, and Colt even said that's a formidable game. Really, dude? It's the same shit. It's not even like Gears Ultimate. They put in a whole new act, and what people don't know, an act is bigger than the stage. It's like three or four stages within one act in Gears, and they put that in Gears Ultimate. It's always something different, you
Hold on.
know.
That's a whole new level of cut that nigga Mike off. What the fuck is happening? God damn. Your nigga
What
cut my
happened?
shit straight off. God damn. My shit got cut just that quick, that mic. God damn. That's some shit. All because I'm trying to look out for the PlayStation Nation. I'm
Yeah.
motherfucking
No,
body.
no, look
God
out for
damn.
themselves.
I mean, look, you know, what you gonna do? What you gonna
Nothing.
do? You
Nothing.
know, they gotta look forward to something. And I
Live
mean,
Connect
the,
Four.
the
That's all
game's
I'm gonna
not
say.
hitting. The game's not hitting the way they used to for whatever reason. I'm not gonna act like I know why, but it's just not hitting. Like, you know, people ain't go out and buy Horizon Zero Dawn the way they did the first game. Or maybe they never did. You know,
Hmm.
their numbers were fabricated to in the first place. It's just that now it's just more blatantly obvious that, like, well, see, this is how you got to those, so whatever it is, 12 million or whatever numbers. You just strap that onto a PS4 and, you know, called it, you know, boosted sales, where it was just like, it, you know, it was just the sell of the PlayStation, but all the people that had it, they might not have ever played it if they did play it, you know.
Hmm.
That's unfortunate, but
Yeah, that shit crazy to me, man. Hey,
You
Xbox
know
Nation,
what?
I want y'all to go out there and go on petition.org and petition this game on Xbox. We want to be a cat. Doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo,
You know
doo-doo,
what?
doo-doo,
And I'm pretty sure it's
Me and
coming to
other
Xbox eventually.
actually, that would be
me and
dope if
other
they let you be the Pink Panther.
oh hell no. Me and other
He's
deep
like,
been
I,
saying this
I,
for
I
the
want to be
longest,
Pussy Tank.
and I'm gonna say this again. Sony lying ass motherfuckers.
Don't they?
I don't believe shit Sony say. I don't believe. I
And
don't
then
believe the numbers of times they have this generation, last
no,
generation, they got caught lying too many goddamn times. Lying about
mm-mm,
ray tracing, gray tracing,
mm-hmm,
PlayStation. I don't believe nothing Sony said. I don't believe
nothing,
nothing. There's nothing in the world that anyone can convince me that Sony is telling them the truth. I don't believe none of that shit.
nothing. And then they getting the pass for skipping Gamescom. They actually getting the pass for this. And I put a couple comments on PTK Blam show. I like his show. I always like his show. He thought I was talking about them. I'm like, nah, man, I'm not talking about y'all. Because if y'all was some bullshit, ain't nowhere in the world I'm tuning into a show and commenting if it's a garbage show. But I'm always getting a pass for shit. I mean, Gamescom is the second largest marketing event for gaming. E3 is
It's the
number one.
biggest one. It's the biggest one.
It's the biggest as far as people attending the show, but as far as reach, you don't have New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami, or any other big city sending their news crew there. I mean, when E3 shows up, dude, every all five major channels in Chicago have multiple representatives at E3. They ain't sending nobody to Gamescom. And that's what I mean by marketing event. It's the reach that you get through broadcast and through the regular news media. It's people, I have my uncle calling me, is asking me shit that happened at E3. I'm like, where did you hear that? Oh, I was watching the news. You don't know shit about games. But Gamescom, yeah, all the people will be there. But that's more or less word of mouth versus media broadcast from a major network, you know. But that place gonna be
Because
packed.
yeah, the only thing, see, Gamescom because it's open to the public. You don't have to pay for that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I thought they sold like 60,000 tickets already or something.
Real Gamescom is big. They don't ask for nothing. I
Place is
mean,
huge.
yeah, because it's the okay. Our last E3, no, okay. I think 108 Dragons first E3. We ran into a guy. We were just sitting there, and we ran into a guy that was a black guy that was from France.
Hmm.
He was trying to talk, and he was like, "You guys got to come to Gamescom."
Yeah.
I was like, "I ain't got no
Did
motherfucking
he play
passport."
basketball? Was it Petra?
Like shit, I ain't got no passport. Just God need to come. And thinking about it, we keep in touch this day.
Needed some francs. Needed some francs. What they money currency called? Francs or something like that.
What in France?
Like what?
I think they use
Yeah,
euros.
Yeah, in France. What is it called? Francs? What is that shit called?
They use euros.
No, I don't think it's euro. I don't think
Yeah.
is it that?
Yeah, I think they use euros.
I forgot.
Go look it up.
I never been to Paris.
I don't think it's euro, bro.
I think it's euros.
But that place is packed, man. Did that guy say how many people
You know
come?
what fucking flip? I'm playing them niggas in Frankfurters.
Okay.
He said it's euros. See, my man Blue Mustang
euros?
said it. My man Blue Mustang said it's
Yeah.
euros. See,
Okay.
I'm the smartest one on the planet, but I try to
Might
use
be euros. I mean,
I try to use my
it's
GED.
possible. Maybe they used to do francs. I don't know. I mean, I know we don't keep
I
up
thought
with.
Frank was hot dogs.
No, not Frankfurters.
No, but that's why I
Talk
should
about.
Frank. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but no, I've heard it
But now they got into a European.
But they
they called it.
No, but it's called Franks also though. They got French Frank or something like that.
Or maybe they do both.
Yeah,
they probably do both or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like some places accept
Yeah.
their currency and accept the American dollar.
Right, just like in Canada, they accept ours, and in Mexico, we're not accepting that peso over here.
Oh, that peso ain't worth shit over here.
No,
You try to convert a peso into any money. A single peso, they give you a penny and cut it in half. Like, here you go.
That's kind of cool. Shit, on $100.
Shit, they probably won't even take it because that shit gonna take up too much space.
They be like, nah, you just. They be like, wait, you trying to convert this? Well, you owe me money then.
So they gonna give you a penny just so they don't have to take it. Shit.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to get it converted.
They gonna pay you to keep it.
They gonna take them to jail.
Yeah, man. We went to TJ. I went to TJ and only spent $75. That was drink all and hotel room.
Hmm.
Paying $75.
Hey, but 100, you about to say something about the guy you met from Gamescom.
Oh yeah, the guy I met, he wanted us. He was like, "You guys Americans need to come up to Gamescom." He said it's a wonderful event. You know what I'm saying? Because it's in Germany.
Hmm.
See, he said he got to travel because he's from France, so he had to go to France to Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I'm like, damn, that's a long ass flight. And
But he said, how many
Yeah.
yeah, I
people
met
there? It's like somebody said it's like 300,000 people at this bitch.
yeah.
But
And then
probably that
and
might
my
be
thing is Sony.
how many
This is like the
that might be
third
the
time.
amount of people for the weekend for that
Yeah,
the
yeah,
full event, not
yeah.
like
'Cause it's
in a day.
Thursday. Dude said it's Thursday through Saturday.
That's a lot of people for a day.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh,
and like I say,
damn,
for Sony not to have a presence there is crazy.
it's insane.
Yeah, for
It's
Sony not
insane.
to
But
have a presence.
like everybody bitched about Microsoft's show, and they had their own shit there. Sony showed all multi-plats, that Stray game and some VR shit, and then they didn't give us a roadmap. They got, as far as we know, these motherfuckers got three games on the way that we know of: Wolverine, Spider-Man, and God of War, and your game 100 straight. That's it. You talk all this shit and get away with it. Four damn games.
You know,
We don't
and
get a
like
roadmap.
yeah. So like I say, man, my thing is, I think Microsoft gonna be there, but we know you're gonna see the
Oh,
same
they're
old
gonna
shit.
be there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I'm already sold on the games I'm about to play. So whether or not
Same.
they're there and they showing shit or not, I don't need to see no more of a Plague's Tale to know that I'm gonna play it or Scorn or any. Well, maybe I'll take a little bit more Scorn. I'm still gonna play
I
it
don't understand.
regardless.
Hold
But
on, hold on. Go back. What other thing just said? I don't understand how Microsoft get crucified for having a roadmap. That don't make sense to me. I didn't get that shit is crazy.
Hmm.
I can't stand you,
Microsoft, they damn if
Microsoft,
they do, and
because
damn
the
if they
roadmap.
don't.
Yeah, like I hate you,
Like if
Microsoft.
Microsoft didn't give one, they get crucified.
You show
Now
you
if they
was
do give
fucking on
one,
Star
they still do
Wars
the
like
same shit.
shit. Think about all the good looking. Listen, how you gonna show how good Forza look like? Fuck you. You showed us how good Forza look like. I can't stand you. And raise the pitchforks and shit. I don't get that. Like, huh? How
I'm
you
glad you
mad because
brought that up. I almost forgot.
I don't
I'm glad
understand.
you brought that up again,
Wait,
Flip.
wait,
Here's the thing. Here's
wait,
the
wait.
thing. They showed at Microsoft show they showed you something that will 100% never be possible on a PS5 ever. They will never be able to show anything look as good as Forza ever. Not the console isn't powerful enough. And they still bitched about the show. And other things are going to come from Forza Motorsport in turn 10. Fable is going to be outstanding, but they showed Gran Turismo will never be able to reach what you saw in Forza. It will never happen. And they bitched about this, and then um, Digital Foundry is trying to tear it down. And my boy Alex Battaglia, I'm tripping. Alex Battaglia, this guy is trying to tell Jason Ronald and these experts at Turn 10 and Microsoft that created this damn box from the Surface team what they can't do. It's not possible. What's not possible? Hey man, I'm going to destroy this dude. That shit better not be 60 frames per second with ray tracing. All I wanted was 4K 120 frames per second. That's all I wanted. But if you
Shit, they
gonna do
saying
this and put
4K.
ray tracing on with 60 frames per second, hey dude, I don't. And then Destin Legary is gonna say ray tracing is a buzzword. No, that shit is not. That shit is not a buzzword. That shit looks that much better. It's not a buzzword. But yeah, they showed something that's not going to be humanly possible on a PS5, and they're not getting any credit for this shit. That shit's crazy to me. It really is.
Oh yeah, me and Vodka was talking about his best friend. Oh no, it's Alex. Oh no, it's Alex.
Yeah, he jumped
Fuck
up.
you, you
Go
piece of
ahead.
shit. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
Well, what did old no
Oh no,
Alex
it's
say? What
Alex.
happened?
That nigga was over here trying to come at legal and shit. Listen, this is the thing that I don't understand what these PC do. I keep saying this shit. Don't get mad at us because the cheddar is better over here. Because we, you know what I'm saying? Because we strong and green. Why y'all mad? Because your PC can't do what can't do what the Xbox console can do. They're mad because that little motherfucker, the little white boy, I'm about to run up and say, go get that little fucker. The little white boy is whipping a PC ass. How you mad at us because our shit can do 4K? I don't get that. You mad because we can do true 4K, 160, ray tracing, so forth and so forth. Why are you mad at us? What the fuck did we do to you? And I understand that. It's like these PC dudes is bugging. They really fucking
Well,
bugging over this shit.
what was the issue? I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, I missed that
No,
part.
no, he was
Yeah.
no, he was just trying to get on legal and shit, and what legal was saying towards Lucas, I think Amazing Lucas or the female Lucas, I don't know. If I can know who the guy is, I mean know who or who the he or she is or whatever. But it was the fact that like this dude always come out and try to get on an Xbox guy or get on a console. Like I don't understand what is wrong with y'all. Why are you worried about what the Xbox is doing, what the console is doing?
Right.
Time
Well,
and
he
time
gets on
again,
he just get well. I've seen a couple of his videos. He's like the PC guy that talks about any fanboy that says anything that he feels is fanboyish.
threatening
So I don't
him.
know. I don't know what was said. So I can't say. Well,
I
you
guess a
know,
lot of
such
such
bugging
PC
or
guys
not. I
are
don't
mad
know.
because they can't run 4K 60 frames with
Nah, but he's not that type of PC dude. Like he's, you know, he don't care about that shit. I know that for a fact because he talks about how like his PC ain't like no super powerful PC, and he
talking
don't
about
fuck with
Ashley.
ray
Oh, he's
tracing,
talking
so he
about
don't care
Lucas.
about that
Ashley,
shit.
look at shit.
Yeah, that's
No,
no,
no, hold
we
on,
gonna leave her. We
hold
gonna
on
leave
though,
her alone.
hold on,
Leave her
hold
alone
on though,
because
hold on though, live. Hold on, don't lie. But listen, no, he is one of them same type of PC dude. Why? Because he keep comparing the Xbox and the PlayStation at the same power level, and it's not. He does that time and time. Like, what difference does it make? Y'all ain't nothing but console and stuff. Y'all doing the same thing. No, we're not. When we know that the Xbox is way more powerful than a PC, we know this hands down. But he,
Hey, Flip.
but, huh?
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
No. I'm just saying. We know that the Xbox is way powerful. He keeps saying it like it's the same, like it's on the same power level. Like what?
That right
Come on,
there.
bro.
And Shisno Elite just made me remember something about Digital Foundry. They know it's going to be bad. It's about to get real, real bad when Forza shows up. I mean, it's bad now. People just don't play Gears enough because I see it every time I see something new happens. I'm like, they still fucking with this game. Look, the dude John on Digital Foundry said this. Now listen to this shit. I've been meaning to go back to listen to it for a third time to make sure that stupid ass said what he said. But he said some shit like this. He said, well, when looking at Forza against Gran Turismo, you have to look at it this way. They're going for two different things. I'm like, what? Now you trying to separate these two games
No,
because
I
you
heard one
know
dude
there's no comparison?
Zink. I heard somebody said, well, Forza Motorsports is an open world game and Gran Turismo is a circuit based game. I said, what the fucking blue planet you been on?
I heard a guy say some shit like that too. He got his games mixed up. He don't play enough games, and he's over here talking mixing up Forza Horizon
Track
and Gran
racing.
Turismo. Yeah,
This ain't
but John
Horizon.
said that shit. He know it's not going to be it's they're not even comparable. They're not going to be comparable at all.
Mm-mm.
And he said, well, they're going for two different things. They're going for the same shit, dude. Stop the fuck out of here.
Okay, Vodka was saying that they was doing a poll. That's what it was. They was doing a poll and it was on Twitter, and he want to time in and try to come at
A poll
coming
about
fucking
what?
on leak doing all that shit. It was doing a poll. But this
A
dude
poll
still
about
think
what?
he still think that they on the same level. And they not. That's the thing
No.
I don't get. Like
Mm-mm.
I,
But
I,
Flip,
I get the little
Hey,
jokes and stuff, how he be coming at them because they be thinking this way and one way and they don't know what they're talking
I
about.
mean,
But he know he know what he's talking about.
Comparing
Anytime
the
when you keep
PS4,
thinking
the
that
PS5
you ain't thinking that these consoles on the same level because he did that shit many as times. I was like, wait a minute, what he?
no,
Because
they're
I
not
used
the
to listen
same.
to
They're
the
equivalent,
shit on
but I mean, they're comparable, but they're not the same. There being no difference between comparing an NVIDIA GPU versus
R2,
a
R2.
freaking AMD GPU. Yes, they're comparable, but they're not the same. You know,
They
some
use a different
like
architect.
NVIDIA works best in certain situations, and the same thing for AMD. You know, I think most people prefer NVIDIA versus AMD
I got
because
y'all. I
of
hear
its
that.
performance, but AMD tends to be more affordable for
Okay.
what you're offered.
It's giving you more bang for your buck.
Yeah, and I mean that, and so it really comes down to you, like where what are you willing to take? Like, is you know the, is your game not being as like performing as well as the Nvidia that big of a deal to you? If not, then all right, cool. For what you paid, probably half, close to half. Shit, that's good enough for some people. Some people they don't care. They gotta have the best of the best, you know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But again, most
boy,
people that
don't let them
talk that
slick
way
out of
are
this.
most people that talk that way for the best of the best when it comes to PC shit are mostly people that were console gamers first. There ain't that many PC gamers that think about freaking the highest end GPUs for the simple fact that the console gamer is like, look, I'm leaving the console to get the best experience. If that's what I'm doing, then why not aim for the highest? Why would I aim for the bottom? That doesn't make it. That's why we always said it was stupid when people would be like, especially the PC guys, be like, well, why not just build a PC equivalent to a console? And people be like, why? Why the fuck would I do that and not just get a console? Oh, but it does more, and you could do your papers and taxes on it. Like, I don't give a fuck
Man, we
about
don't
that.
want to do
I could
that dumb
just
shit.
Mm-mm.
people like
See,
I
I'm
can
live,
glad
live,
you.
I already
Look,
got a
live,
computer that does that.
I'm
live.
glad you.
You hit a point. That's the
Yeah, he
difference.
did.
When they talk about, you hit a good point. Man, I told you this, Flip. I said the difference between the Xbox and a PC is that's an open environment and that's a closed environment. That shit meant to play video games. That your shit is meant to do everything. Spreadsheets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
AutoCAD.
that's why it take it so long for that big
Mm-hmm.
ass bitch to come on. I don't have time like that. When I turn my shit on, I want to come the fuck on. Hey, and Mr. Kima said something else. You remember Sony guys would talk all that shit about what Sony is, and Sony just got booed. This is how much bullshit Gran Turismo 7 is. They just got dropped from this esport thing and got replaced by
Yeah, yeah, they did.
yeah. That's how
Yeah, I would say
shitty
a
that
set of
game
core, a
is.
set of Corsa.
Instead of
Yeah.
Corsa, and I don't like that game, but it's better than Gran
Nah,
Turismo. I don't like Assetto
I
Corsa at
mean,
all.
Wasn't the setup? Wasn't that used
the
to be
reason
like a
why,
mobile game or
uh,
something?
no, the reason, well, the set of Corsa got because the Gran Turismo 7 is more arcadey than the previous Gran Turismos. That's why the people that like Gran Turismo prefer, I don't want to say they prefer more of the Forza style. Even though a lot of those people that play in those games that call Forza shit sound crazy because the reason why you like it more is because it's more like Forza. Well, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but that's why I got knocked out because it used to be a hard for sim,
Yeah, that used
which for me made Gran Turismo extremely boring. It just like
And
it was
terrible. I couldn't
yeah.
stand it. Getting those licenses and you put one tire on one blade of grass and that shit is over. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, just not my
Well, it's
cup
not
of
even the
tea.
license thing. It's just the gameplay period is boring. Like just driving on the track is not. It's not exciting at all.
Nah.
I don't care what Alex said. I mean, I don't be listening to these dudes. Like I told you, man, I didn't
I
turn.
mean,
I
look,
didn't
it's
turn
just
to. I didn't turn into a little miniature monk. I be trying to keep the bullshit out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Don't be.
well, I
It's like
mean,
what
this is
it's like what
that
Live just
is
said, and I thought that he was a council dude. Listen here.
He
The
ain't no
force
constant
is in
PC
with
guy.
me, dog. I'm telling, hey, vodka. The force is in. Remember we talked about that vodka, and I said, yo, why he sound like he was a console player that's upset? He sounds like that.
but I've seen no console person. He's straight PC all the way.
Yeah, he PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Alex is 100% PC.
yeah,
And
he because he don't even play console type shit on there.
I think
no,
He
it's
mostly
they
play
be
Alex
playing
and
the
the
PC
other
type
motherfucker.
shit,
dude.
like
They be playing the
Dota
most
and all
crazy
that
ass
dumb
indie
shit.
games.
He plays that type shit.
The,
You know what I
the,
mean?
the thing that kills me is that if it wasn't for Microsoft, and I'm gonna say Sony, even though I don't want to say it, but they wouldn't really have no games to play to even talk about. They
They got
wouldn't.
some third party games come out,
Man, fuck them
but
PC
see,
games.
Flip.
Them PC
I'm gonna put
games
it
Right.
ain't
this way. You
shit.
know why? Hang on, Flip. You know why a lot of developers quit putting their games on PC?
Wow.
Because
Because you
they
had
get
PC
pirated.
pirates. They was pirating that motherfucker.
I
I
thought
can
you. I
pirate
knew.
any motherfucking game
I
right
figured.
now.
Mhm.
I
Well, that is
figured.
true, yeah.
I figured
Hmm.
you
They
was
were
gonna say
pirating.
that. I
I
figured you
was
was gonna
pirating them
say that.
motherfuckers.
I
I'm
have a
pirating.
solution for
Hey,
that. You know
send
what
me the
they should
bill.
do, then,
I'm telling
Bone?
on myself. To pretty make
Hold
something.
on, Bone.
I
Bone. You know
fired a
what they
lot of them
should do?
motherfuckers.
You know what they should do? When they put games on PC, they should have it on their console first for a year and a half, like Rockstar do. Then let them get that shit. That's what the hell they should do. 'Cause they better
But see,
off
these
making their
guys
money
know how
off
to
the
take the
console.
console. These guys know how to take the console version, put it on PC, and freak it. These dudes, the technology they got good. They don't need a PC port. They already
And
been
the
playing
thing
Spider-Man already.
and the thing is,
Shit,
man, that's when you
it don't
comparing
sound like it is with GT with Grand Theft Auto. When them
Huh?
motherfuckers don't have it, they be sitting there waiting. They play the waiting
No,
game.
I know those guys was playing the Xbox or the PlayStation 4 version of Grand Theft Auto, and they know how to freak it out.
No, but
They wasn't on the hard version.
I'm no. What I'm saying is, but look how long it take before they actually do that. And even if they do that, what's the chances of their PC getting fucked up
What you mean?
as they
a
Well,
get
no,
the
if you
big
know
virus
what
and
you're
shit?
doing, it's not gonna
If you
mess
know
it
what
up.
you're doing, yeah.
Yeah.
I put
Yeah,
it this way. I
them
put it
niggas
this way.
don't sound like they know what they doing. Cause
No,
I
no.
seen too many
I'm put
goddamn
this way.
videos of these motherfuckers
In the
fucking their
pirate
shit up.
world, no. This is the only thing I'm gonna tell you this, and I don't like to tell people this. In the pirate world, they actually give you step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not skip neither one of them. If you do it
Hmm.
right, it's people write straight instructions.
You say the key word if you do it right.
Yeah, but
Hmm.
they don't know how to
Yeah,
do it
but the
right.
way it's
They don't know
laid
how to
out,
pirate.
you
But I'm,
can't get it wrong though.
Yeah. If you
You gotta be a
you have
complete
I
idiot to
agree
get it
with what
wrong.
you're saying. I agree with what you're saying, but the still key word is if. If is a
well, if
small,
you a
big
fifth,
ass
you ought
two
to be
letter
drunk.
words.
I'm trying to get drunk tonight.
but the main thing is now that's what Flip is talking about when you're saying you're comparing two different things. You're talking about comparing a Lincoln Navigator to a Suzuki Sidekick. A PC that does all of this great shit is damn near $5,000. So I don't want to hear nobody talking about what you can get for $500 when the Xbox is doing what it's doing.
That's all I'm
You can
saying.
get hey,
Thank you.
the Xbox S is outperforming PC games at 1440p
The
and running
S is, you said
the
the
S,
S or the X?
the S, the white
The
boy.
X. Right.
The
That's
black
what
dude
I'm.
ain't no joke.
It's a
And
shame.
we ain't have races around here. We all love all the colors of the rainbow. It just happened to be white.
You know what? Next week, me and Livewire gonna have a song. Ain't that a shame? For real. I mean, hey.
And I hear some people like how that box. Remember, Flip? I was one against it, right? Why do you need it, right? I was one against it until I looked it up and said, "Whoa."
All right. Well,
Okay.
all I want to know from Livewire, when the next Gods of War coming out, are you getting it day one on day one on PC/PlayStation 5 Pro?
Wait, what are you talking about?
the next God of War game? Are you gonna get that day
Oh
one on the
nah.
PC slash?
I'm not a big God of War fan, so I'm not planning to get it day one regardless. I just ain't really that interested in that game like that.
I think live wires just don't like that it don't have a jump button.
You know,
Uh,
live. Since you got a PC, just put in the code up, down, left, arrow round.
Shit. Like what's called you ain't got to jump button. I kind of like I gotta get back into Godfall. You know what I'm saying? Godfall's something
yeah, I
like
still gotta finish it.
it's too, like I say, I have anxiety attacks at night. We so many goddamn games, and I look in that catalog like Jesus, I got to do this. I
Hey,
gotta play
hey,
this. But it's a
hey,
good
Bone.
thing.
Hey, Bone. Bakken said, simply next gen. You know, Microsoft throwing shade at Sony.
Oh, it's gonna be next gen.
He said simply next gen. I was like, yo, I said, yo, these motherfucking assholes. They threw shades at Tony real quick. I don't even think Sony knows what's going on. I think Shade is the name of a game they think is coming out.
Hey, our good friend is in here. I want everybody to do this one thing: ignore this motherfucker tonight.
I ain't playing that boy no more.
Say nothing. I can say
That
nothing.
motherfucker over there.
Nothing.
That motherfucker over there in VR and shit, touching people on grandmas and shit, playing Connect Four. He did.
So he coming here talking about Starfield. He better hope that God of War
Leave
ain't
him alone.
delayed.
Leave him
Cause they
alone.
still ain't announced it yet.
He been kind of famous lately on Andrew. Talk about the brother. Leave him
So
alone.
what?
Motherfuckers shit. He been attacking motherfuckers. He been attacking my homies and shit. Like,
So what you saying, Punisher? You saying Sony don't have a roadmap since we don't know when God of War is coming out? What you talking
That's
about?
fucked up. That's
That's
fucked up.
exactly
You know what he's saying.
that's exactly what I'm saying.
You know exactly
Sony over
what
there
he's
hiding their
talking
hands
about.
right now. They don't know what to do.
Hey,
Rocky.
Punisher. Hey, Punisher, remember that game, that old game when you put stuff in your hand, you got to guess what hand it in when you got your own fist balled up?
Uh huh.
That's what Sony's playing. You got to guess what hand it
Now they doing the street version with the red cups. They moving around.
in. And you,
Yeah,
right?
the street alley version.
And you know what's bad about that? One of the balls and stuff in there is going to be delayed, so you got to make sure you don't pick the wrong one. That's fucked up, yo.
He said the street version.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a big ass risk right there. You just got your money took. They all
That's
in
all.
on it.
You know
They
they
all
still
in
was
on that
thinking that
shit.
motherfucker walking through that door. I'm like, God of War's not walking through the door. If they put that shit out in November, it's over. It's over for that franchise. Nobody's buying by Call of Duty. You ready to Call of Duty or for the $70 with God of War?
Hey, 100. Mark Cerny was wiggling your cord. You were biting a little bit.
Oh my bad. I said he probably looking for me. I'm gonna let him out the
Oh
basement and
shit.
shit. No, but I said if they put that game out in November, it's gonna get ate up by Call of Duty. So what you gonna do? Call of Duty?
I hope not, Vodka. That's what right, Bone. Right. I don't
Pick
I
your
can't see
motherfucking
how Sony gonna
I
get
don't know
something
where
out
Sony
of this
could put it
jam.
out.
I
Cause
can't see how they
they
gonna get this stuff out of the jam though. I can't.
That's why I
They
told
put
you.
their game.
That's when I figured when Microsoft found out that Call of Duty was coming out in November, they put Starfield back for a reason. That's a brand new game you wanted on its own turf. They
100. I'm glad you brought up Starfield. Hey, you know what? You know why they delayed that game? Because what we saw, that was the PlayStation version. They had to scale that game down to fit on that
Oh
piece of
shit.
shit PlayStation version. And because they were making, they didn't know that they were getting bought out. So they were making this game all of this time for that bullshit. And so they were making it for what, three or four consoles. Now it's going to be made for the Xbox Series with RDNA 2. So they scrapping this shit and they remaking a lot of this game. That's why that shit was running the way it was running. But of
Other
course,
than
I don't care how it was running. But because when they first showed Gears 5, it was choppy as fuck. Now look what you got. You
you know
know,
what?
when that shit
You know what
finally
other than
came out.
doing right now,
Mm-hmm.
right? Other than doing pump up the volume. What?
You
Pump up
damn
the
right.
volume.
Now Zeke is on to something because at one point, then they say something about Sony was trying to get there as an exclusive
It was
or something
Sony.
like that.
Sony had that game damn near wrapped up, and Microsoft said, "No, we are going to buy the parent company and own everything." You're
How long
exactly
that game
right.
been in development?
Yeah,
Because
they're
I
trying to
heard that
lock
it
it
was
up for
in.
the
That
lifetime with a
I heard that game
PS5 or
was
some
in.
shit like that.
I heard that game been in
Yeah,
development longer than No Man's Sky.
that's right, Bach,
they
and
said it was in development for like
look
10
this
years or something.
in like 10 years, absolutely. Yep.
But you saying
So
Sony
that's the
got wind of
version
that
you
shit
saw,
like,
but
damn,
nobody is saying that.
I'm gonna get the exclusive right to this bitch.
Money
Yeah,
talk,
Sony was
baby.
What are
trying
they?
their damnedest to lock that game down.
Yep,
Why
like they were
Sony?
doing everything.
You know what? Y'all wrong for that. Why Sony was over there trying to scoop up these exclusive rights and stuff. Microsoft was buying the companies. That's the fucked up.
Yep, yep,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Microsoft came in and said Big Bank take Little Bank, and
can
yeah.
you
Big Bank
imagine
won.
that?
Shit.
That's some fucked up shit, dog. You ready to go? Yeah, I'm gonna get this game. I'm way ahead of Microsoft. Then
Hmm.
come to find out, like, what? What you mean you been
Yep.
bought by Microsoft?
So,
That's
well,
fucked up.
Microsoft, I wouldn't let them have them other two games either. That
Yeah,
Deathloop and
you know what?
that Tokyo game.
I agree with you 100%, but it's a penalty to pay. Like it was a couple people on another podcast I was watching. They were talking about Bobby Kotick need to leave right now. Well, if you fired Bobby Kotick today, that golden parachute would be so enormous because you fired him. It would be ridiculous. And the penalty would be too high. It wouldn't, nothing is too high for Microsoft. But Microsoft said, hey, we'll just wait this shit out. That's why they allowed those games to, to have their year exclusivity. They could have wiped them out, but they was like, we'll let you have this one.
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
why
that
No,
makes
not?
sense.
no,
Hey,
hang
So
on,
that's
but
gonna be the last
already,
games they get anyway. So hey, why not?
Sorry. Why not pay Bone? Why
yeah, but
not?
see,
It's coming to Game
people
Pass
don't
anyway.
understand this. Yeah, but why people don't understand this? When Microsoft said when they said they were buying Activision Blizzard, did they show that the roadmap who's in charge, who's the agency, who's the agent? They showed the roadmap.
And that's
No,
all they could do, but they can't make any decisions. You're right.
do it
They
right
said,
now. They can't do it
yeah.
right now. Yeah, then trust me. If they do it, he's gone. And then it was like, well, he's just gonna sit on the board. Bomber still sits on the board. Microsoft. People hear shit from him. He still
You
sits on
botting
the
again, 100.
board.
What's good, Deathmobile?
Death Mobile was going on.
Yeah, man, but they can't make any decisions right now. That's why, and people wondering why the board voted Bobby Kotick back in. Man, if Bobby Kotick left and didn't get voted back in, that stock would plummet through the ground. That's just the way things work at that level. You just can't cut this dude off because 3% of the gaming population, which is us, the YouTube circle that we follow, that's all that YouTube is. It's about 3% of the normal public. They don't
Let me
care
ask you
about that
this.
3%.
Let me ask you this. Was he not running the company well? Did he
He
not
was
lead it?
running it great. It just got mired in scandal, you know?
Okay, I'm just saying, right. So it wouldn't be no need to get rid of him. Like, fuck it. You fall. All you want to do is fall in the background. That's all. Just fall in the background, bro.
Fall in the background,
Everything
and
on me.
he's just holding things steady, because if they falter, then they have to pay Microsoft some $2.5 billion, and if Microsoft falters, Microsoft have to pay them like 3.2 billion or something. It's some buyout or something like that.
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
Either way it goes, if they do happen, shit, Activision might go bankrupt after that.
Hold on.
Well,
Rocket
they
said
wouldn't
what?
go bankrupt. They too big
Overwatch.
with Candy Crush and Call of Duty. So it's too
Well, I'm
big
talking
for
about the
that.
stocks though. The
Oh yeah,
stocks
that
might
would hurt
plummet.
so bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd hurt so bad. That'd hurt so bad.
Nah, all right. What you got on the table?
Um, uh, I guess we could talk about a plague still or so the SR the FSR.
Shoot it off.
No, explain that FSR. I was going to go to one of my boys. I'm not that tech guy until my boys explain to me what that FSR really actually is. So
It's a type
explain
of
that
up
first.
it's a type of upscaling technique. That's all it is.
Yeah, but it's to a
Like,
bigger level than just that.
well,
Live.
yeah, because you got the Xbox One had upscalers in it. Like all gaming consoles, probably since the 360, have had upscalers in it. That basically help the consoles hit their targets of 30 FPS. So you have upscalers of different types, right? So FSR, D, DLSS, these are all upscalers that you see on PC right now that
Okay.
allow for the lower tier um, PCs to hit higher targets, and for the upper tier PCs to hit even higher targets than that. So because basically you increase your upscaler, so you minimize the amount of power that is needed in order to get the full performance out of your PC. So
Like machine learning.
Well, I'm
yeah,
glad you said that,
machine
but
learning is one of
live.
them too. Yeah.
Live and Flip, they said this one is not required to use machine learning, and they
No.
will be able to use this upscaler on the original not the original Xbox, but the Xbox One.
Yeah, machine learning is another type of it. Like it's
Hmm.
another upscaler. So
Okay.
because the way I was looking at it was they said FSRR with machine learning, it has to be your console has to have, like, PlayStation doesn't have machine learning. Period. They don't got it. Right. FSR is something that AMD can be downloaded. Right. Now there are varying degrees of like how it's going to perform based on the hardware itself. Right. So PlayStation and the Xbox will have similar results, but obviously in certain cases might run better or worse on depending on the game and how FSR was implemented for that game. But they do have you have to do a code. It's not like just plugging in the program and saying, all right, now it works. They do have to do some work in order to get it to work. But you have games that already been listed that already had it, like the Deathloop and that Evil West game that's coming out, something else, a couple other games that already have it. They just have to be, programmed so it works on console. As, as same way they had to do it for PC. Because God of War has it. I don't remember. I think God of War has it. I know God of War has it. I think Horizon Forbidden West, the first one, Zero Dawn has it. And a couple others. But again, it's an upscaling technique. Like, because it's not just on the Xbox Series X and S, it's also on the One X. The Xbox One. It's just that how it's going to perform on the much older hardware versus the new hardware is, to be seen. We don't know how, like, you can't look at the series and be like, all right, well, because the series results are this, then the Xbox One results will be that. No, it doesn't work that way. You gotta like see because it's different hardware. The X and the S have the same CPU, just different GPUs. So it's a little bit easier to gauge where they'll fall. Whereas you got Jaguar cores and a whole bunch of different shit in the Xbox One. So it'll have its benefits, but seeing like it might just be like, all right, everything now is anything that uses FSR that may have been, I don't know, 720 or 900 will automatically go to, you know, I don't know, 1080p, and say something that was already 1080p on a Xbox One could possibly go to 1440p, you know, something like that, depending on how taxing that game is. But again, like I said, it's an upscaler. Your TV has an upscaler, so there's upscalers everywhere. I think that
Right.
this generation, the language of 4K, true 4K, native 4K, those lines will be blurred very soon. The 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 console that's going to benefit the most from this is going to be the S, because it's the cheapest and it's the most to have to it's the console that can get the biggest bump from it. The PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they're gonna have their better performances, obviously, but you know, it's just gonna, like, in cases where they have games that are, you know, you see like Elden Ring, where the frame rate is like a little wonky. That shit'll be smooth as butter. You know what I mean? It'll iron those things out. Whereas you're not really going to necessarily always see a jump from 60 to 120 and everything, because that might not be how the devs use it. They might just be like, nah, fuck that. Leave it at 60. We want to make sure that all this other shit, let's put in that ray tracing that we couldn't get in there.
Hey, but live. But how do you know? How do you know the PlayStation 5 is not gonna catch on fire? Flipping, I
The
know it'll catch
PlayStation
on
5 is
fire.
not getting it. The PlayStation 5 is not getting it no time soon.
Well, I don't. Yeah, I don't. We don't know when the
it's
PlayStation.
already.
But the thing is, for the FSR, it's supposed to be energy efficient. So it's also supposed to like do shit like, not only speed up your load times, but it's also supposed to reduce how much power is like being sucked up. Because it's all about efficiency. It's not. It's not.
allocate resources.
Yeah, you're
That's
not
what it
brute.
is.
Like it's what you're doing is, think of it like a pulley system, right? Right. Like, you try to pick up something that's heavy, you just pick it up like, oh, it's fucking heavy, right? But you get a pulley system to pick up something heavy. Similar, like, remember when old girl lifted that truck in Halo?
Yeah.
She had that shit on a
Yeah.
fucking pulley.
Yeah.
Right. So you have that shit on a pulley. It makes it easier to pick up than just straight picking it up. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So think of that's basically what an upscaler does. It does a lot of heavy lifting for things, in those situations. So you don't have to expend all your energy just doing that one thing.
Live Wire's trying to explain the Pythagorean theorem to us, Flip.
Man.
Yeah. Right.
See, Microsoft already had a motherfucking the best upscaling chip.
Well, yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. Like,
But
they had a great
this
upscaler last year.
Yeah, but this is taking it to a whole different level.
More efficiently, and probably that's
Yeah,
why.
it's taking a whole different.
It's just trying to make, well, because you got to remember, like, PC just got DLS like what, last year, and you saw drastic improvements, bro. I played God of War 4K without DLS. That shit is fucking blech. That shit be moving like a motherfucking flip book out that bitch, yo. Like, straight up. But you put
A
DLS
bad
on,
Cuphead.
you can max that bitch out and do whatever you want with that DLS on. That should be like, damn. Think of it like this, man. DLS is like a nigga with a 5-inch cock get that shit grow to like 8 or 10. You be like,
Goddamn,
oh, I'm
wow.
fucking bitches now.
Why?
I don't know, Flip. That's a good question. This motherfucker.
Why? Why? No.
Only live fire, huh?
Only live, dude. Only live.
Yo, that's how that shit. That's what that shit does for your hardware, man. That should give it extra performance. That shit like the blue pill and shit. You get a blue pill to your PC.
It's like blue chew.
Or your console.
That nigga put a whole new meaning. You want to take the green pill or the blue one? God damn.
But to be honest, that's what's gonna elongate the console generation. That FSR, that and machine learning,
Outlier.
That'll be the shit that makes the
Live,
console
you know I love
generation
you,
go from
dog.
like 5
Hey,
to 10 years.
hey, Live, I'm gonna do stupid on you. You know I love you like a brother, Live. Stupid, fuck you. I've been telling you that shit for the longest. No, no. The gaming console gonna have a mid-gen refresh. No,
No,
they
they don't
should
need
do
it.
it They should do it every 3 years. Fuck you. I
No,
said
Nah,
they
that
but
don't.
shit.
Because everything they're not like, even I'll put it this way, it's TVs that could do 120 hertz now that's 2 years old that they never
Yeah.
got put.
yeah, well, no, this is but Stu Peas is right in a sense. This is what the next gen refresh is. It's just not hardware. It's done on the software side. Just think about it. We didn't have it since day one. So
No,
say
no,
so
he
if
was
I
talking
can,
about hardware, Live. He said
well,
it
yeah,
out his
yeah,
mouth.
no.
Hardware.
I get. He was specifically talking about hardware, but the whole idea of a next gen refresh was for PlayStation and Xbox was always going to be on the software end, whether
Man,
they're
this
going to
nigga Live,
use
why I can't? He could have pulled
cloud
me.
more
I could have pulled me
or
to the
not.
side and be like, well, he was really what he should have meant to say. Well,
Well,
goddamn,
because
boy,
the
you
thing
want to kill
about
a
it,
nigga thunder.
no, but think about it. Kojima is doing the game with Xbox that's based in the cloud, so you know that this is online only.
Right.
Ain't nobody gonna be like, I'm gonna play Kojima's game. Let me go get the disc. They go, why? This shit is online only.
Mm-hmm.
You said it's in the
But
cloud.
okay, you
What
know what?
cloud? What
That's
cloud you
that's
get
what I
on
want to talk
disc?
about. That's what I want to talk about too before we get to yeah. What's up with? I mean, I shout out to my man Zoe. That my man Zoe. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. But we got this argument. I live in the digital realm now. You know what I'm saying? I buy all my games digital, but a lot of people say you don't own them. What if the internet goes out and all that? I play damn near every game that needs an internet connection. Anyway, we sleep with the internet. Who don't sleep with their phones? Who don't? You sleep with some type of electronic. We always online, unless the world go to shit. If my internet goes out, when my internet go in the house, I can go put it on my phone and go put it on the hotspot.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's true. You can use that. I used my hotspot for my kids to play Xbox one time. That shit happened to me. But you know what? Like Sega Man and Unlimited, they collectors too. TK9, he collects some games. And
Shout out to my
when
man
the X
TK9.
yeah, when we had that little power outage, mine was out. My Xbox was out for like maybe 3 hours. I really wanted to play a game, so I put Ninja Gaiden 2 in the disc, and I played that bitch. Sure did. I played that. So they have a small point, but I'm 100% digital, and I'll only buy the disc to my three favorite games or four favorite games, which is whatever Halo is, whatever Gears is, or Forza, and I just won't open that shit or ever play it.
And
But
if you,
they have a little
if
point.
especially if you are what you call it, if you're a collector or you want to do, I have no issues with you at all. But times is changing. Who the fuck buy CDs anymore? Who the fuck buy DVDs down there anymore? Unless they ultra Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm buying the Blu-ray to Top Gun because I like it so much. But like I bought
I ain't
this,
watch
did
Top
the
Gun
same.
yet. Don't put that. I want to go to the highway. I'm finna buy them up on Xbox.
Yo,
I
spoil that
did the
shit for
same.
him. Spoil it
I'm
for
not.
him.
Oh,
Let
I
him go
won't.
to
I'm not gonna spoil a movie. But like
Yeah.
I did, I bought Wonder
Hang on,
Woman.
hang on. Don't no, hang on. Top Gun come on HBO Max or one of them Paramount. Oh, I ain't gotta pay for
No,
that
come on,
shit.
Paramount
Come on,
Plus.
Paramount.
You come on
Paramount
Paramount. I
Yep.
ain't
Plus.
gotta pay for it. Highway to the danger zone.
No, fuck
Yeah.
that. Spoil that movie for him. He do this shit to me every fucking night.
Man, this
I ain't
movie's
spoiled
so
nothing
great
for
you
you
can't
lately.
spoil it. You can't spoil it. And then it's that shit is
Gee,
on
that's what I
Flight
used to say,
Simulator.
but he does it.
I ain't did nothing to you lately. Oh,
He
Hubert looking
said
ass
lately.
nigga.
Yeah,
He
see,
said
I rest my case, Your Honor. I rest my case. That's all I
What
need
up
him to
with
say.
Gobi in the house? Shout out to the Retro Renegades. I gotta check them out on Tuesdays. You know what I'm saying? I try to sneak in there every now and then,
Good,
but
yo.
shit, I'm in that motherfucking way. So
Vodka said machine learning is built in. I guess built onto the architect. Huh?
Yeah, that's hardware based.
Yeah, that's hardware.
Yeah,
Hardware.
Yeah, you
100%.
gotta that's why I said PlayStation doesn't have it because it has to be built in.
yeah. And
It's
Microsoft,
I
that's
said
never.
FSR and DLSS
Yeah.
is software based.
Hmm.
But again,
Remember,
DLSS is only for Nvidia, so the only people that can get that
it's
Nintendo,
Nvidia.
if they're, which I doubt their CPUs is good enough in order to have that, but who knows?
Yeah. But Flip, did I tell you the difference
Right.
between a custom GPU and a custom CPU? And
I already knew the difference.
you make my shit, and I'm working with you.
But I
Microsoft
know
said they were
what
working
you're
with
saying.
AMD the whole way.
Well, they
To
already
get
done
this,
said that they were going to continue on a relationship with them. I already knew that.
huh?
They said that. I said I already
No,
knew
but I'm
that, but they
saying,
said that they're going to
no, when
continue their
Microsoft
relationship
came out,
with
they
them.
said that we work closely with AMD for
Yeah,
our
right.
console.
You're right. Right,
You didn't
right,
hear that
right.
from Sony.
Well,
Mark Sony
Man,
hey,
came
during that press
all this.
conference, they
Sony
never
came up here
mentioned
with all
Sony.
this X equals EC squared times 10.
well,
This is
answer this
fucking
question. Answer this question. What do you hear from Sony? And I will say
Nothing.
this again. I
where's
will say
Sony at?
this
Absolutely
again.
nothing.
Where's Sony? Where you at?
This
And
is
They
what
Sony
I
keep
been
say
saying
with
quiet
Sony.
for a
This is,
minute.
I said this before. My bad, Punisher. Sony should not been spending their money on bullshit. You didn't spend your money on remaster after remaster and exclusivity rights. You should have been keeping that money, saving it up, putting it in your pocket, so you can be able to make a proper new IP.
Well, Flip,
Saying.
that's where Sleepy Goblin 2D said about a colonism. Now, Colin said that's a good strategy to invest money in something and you don't own shit, you know. So, they just gonna get less money. That's all. You know, it won't give them enough money to buy ZeniMax. That's why they lost Starfield. We just want Starfield. Well, why don't you buy the whole thing, Sony? Sony said, well, we can't afford that shit. It's like we can't even afford to go to E3 or Gamescom. So how the fuck you think we're gonna be able to buy all of ZeniMax? So like, okay, we'll give you a call back. Called them back, said
no,
Microsoft bought the whole thing. Fuck it, deal is off.
you know what? I'm glad you said that other thing. I believe Vodka know this one. I said this years ago. Bone probably was drunk or you just don't want to get a credit piece of shit. But listen here. I said this shit years ago. When Sony wasn't going to their to E3 and we're doing that show, the first thing popped in my
Yes,
head, I was like, okay, if Sony had money, if Sony money is funny, now we know why they're not going. Now we know
absolutely.
why they're not going to kick out. And
man,
this is before the pandemic happened.
Yep.
This is way
yeah,
before
Way
that
before the
happened.
pandemic, Flip. Yep.
yep. Yeah, flip. Remember we talked about this? Remember when I went to last E3, right? Remember I actually took a picture, remember? I said this is where Sony used to be at. Now it was
Okay,
good
I
for
do.
E3 because you got other other people, to sell their gaming shit. They had a big spot. They even had a big spot outside. And I said, damn, where's Sony? You know what I'm saying? The people jumped on me about that shit. I'm just
Hey,
saying,
you should have talked a lot of shit, 100, because you remember I think it was a year or two before that Sony was talking. Everybody was talking all this shit because Sony had the largest booth space. Remember those
they had
days?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
they
remember
had
that
the
shit.
largest booth
Yep.
that
at
shit
the
used to be
time.
Hold on,
stupid.
hold on.
Then they had
So other
outside
thing.
too.
Hold on. Let me ask other things. So other thing, you saying Sony said go big or go home, or just go big or go boom?
Go
It was
big or
big or
go
go
home.
boom.
That's what go big or go home actually means.
Yeah. No, but you know what? People don't understand Jim Ryan is there
Yep.
to Jim Ryan is there to balance the books. That's what his ass is doing, to balance the books. That's
I'm
why
like,
he's doing what he's doing. He's there to balance the books.
these
And I
motherfuckers
don't know
outside
why
stealing
people don't
firecrackers
understand
already.
that.
Yeah. And,
He's there
and
to
they
balance. He's not a gamer. He don't give a
no,
fuck about gaming.
nope.
He don't talk to nobody. He's a loner.
Mm-hmm.
He's no cocaine. He probably fucking like about 12 hookers a night.
This nigga.
Yo, you stupid.
God damn.
That shit caught me
Oh,
off guard.
That's probably where Sony money going through them damn hookers. Shit.
Yeah.
That's
Sony,
what
he
half the
got
budget's
Sony
on.
locked in the basement, like he's Frankenstein or something.
All,
You gotta put something
all I
together.
want to say is, well, that's not all, but in the words of Yobi, Bobby bitches. yo, who knows what be running around in bald head, yo?
Man,
Shit.
Only
I'm
this in
telling
wild
y'all,
time.
man, that motherfucker be sitting, man. They're not sociable. You know what I'm
No.
saying? They don't want to talk to no motherfucking body.
Mark,
That's the difference between the Xbox community and the PlayStation community. The developers,
absolutely.
everybody will talk. If they make a game for Xbox, you can actually, they got it on Twitter. They'll actually talk to you. Some of them will talk to you. Bill might say something to you. Say, "Hi, how you doing? Thank you for supporting Xbox tonight." You know what I'm saying? It's you got Aaron to talk to you. You got a bunch of people who will say something. But I don't hear nothing on the what Sony dev talks to the motherfuckers on the interweb.
Nobody.
Cause they bougie. They some bougie old coke having ass drunks.
He said coke. He said coke having ass drunk. This motherfucker.
Sniffing that cocaine and they getting on that love train.
And just think about it, man. That's like the auto show. No matter how you doing, you show up at that auto show. Okay? I mean, these jokers are one of the major players, and you're a no-show. That's not acceptable. That's not acceptable at all.
They even show up. They didn't show up to that coffee house in Paris at Paris Game Week. I remember the pony. We going to Paris Game Week. Niggas at a coffee house in Paris.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. Ain't nobody go to no Paris Game Week. I ain't never heard of it until I started mentioning about it. I don't live in the UK. I live in LA and everything has been. I ain't never heard Paris Game Week. What the fuck is Paris Game Week?
And and that's like, man, it's just no elite saying Xbox interacts with everyone. And I love that. But sometimes they interact too much with them. And and these jokers, some backstabbing ass jokers. Like, I tell you something, man. Y'all know I really like Flight Simulator. I just haven't had time to get down and play it the way I want to play it. But I almost didn't watch that segment because I dislike Paris Lily that much. I know that dude is a shady ass, shade tree milk dud.
Wasn't me.
Man, say that again. I was kind of disappointed.
Very disappointed.
Because you know what I'm saying? Because he was off that KI shit. I was one of the ones
Yep.
that started that shit
Fresh off of that shit.
Off that, I was one of the ones that started that shit off. I ain't gonna say I ain't taking all the credit, but I was one of the ones that jumped on his ass. I said, "What the fuck you get this analogy talking about? This shit is dead."
Right, because they don't play games 100, and they don't know how deep that shit goes.
And then he say, and then he say, I'm over 40, motherfucker. I'm 40. I'm about to be 40, motherfucker. 3 and I play games, motherfucker. What you talking about?
Shit, I'm 54 and play games. The fuck out of here.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Microsoft must have had you gave you a little contract so you can go do that danger zone shit. But man, I will fire your motherfucking ass.
Man, I hope he don't ever. I can't stand this dude.
That should be his last show.
Man, I told him.
Yeah, Paris. Yeah.
I said, bring me and Flip on that motherfucker, man.
Oh hell no, that shit gonna go left.
Paris on that raggedy ass Xbox podcast they got.
Boy, gonna keep making that shit go left. Hey, Lyle, what you talking about next? Lyle, what's the next topic? This nigga boom go crazy. What's the next topic?
You can't be close to Flip. Why can't host it? Why can't I host? Why do you think I can host an Xbox show?
Because they were flying in the helicopter 100. I don't know what you would have had to drink that day.
Yo, he thought he was cool with them. He thought it was cool with them goddamn shades he had on. Fuck that lie, why please time in. Go to the next topic.
No, come on, Flip.
We're supposed to talk about Flake still.
Y'all don't think I can do Hey, chat. Y'all don't think that I can do an Xbox show? If Xbox hire me, y'all don't think I can do an Xbox show?
Hunter, you did the best. You still did the best state of play show in history. That's the number one show all time.
I don't even remember. That's so cold.
Man, that show was bad as hell, dude. That was a great ass show.
I can't do it because I'll be saying all kinds of shit. Man, fuck that faggot. I don't give a shit. Fuck that ice cream popsicle dude.
You got to cut off Flip money and be more.
You had to cut my mic off because I say all kinds of shit.
No, you can't be Flip money. You got to be more crease.
For real, because you right. Because I was like, you know what? fuck that fat ass motherfucker ran out through with the cold ass popsicle between his butt cheek and his back pocket. Go ahead, Lyle. What's the next topic?
Oh, Flip, bro. Hey, Flip. Hang on, Flip. I want to say, hey, Flip, a guy, hey, Flip, a guy, he heard you, Flip. A guy that heard you, Flip, the other day, Flip, on our last podcast, Flip. I gotta send you his Twitter. He got I think he's the guy that got more than Rand.
It was a Plague's Tale, and E-Rock got me. I'm gonna play that Plague's Tale, the first one, just because E-Rock, he liked that game so much. I'm like, okay, I gotta try this game out. And the last time I did that shit, I forget this podcast, man, but they kept talking about Mass Effect, and Mass Effect 2 was coming out in like 4 or 6 months or some shit. So I tried Mass Effect 1, wound up being my second or third favorite game of all time. I had never played Mass Effect 1 until like 4 or 6 months before 2. But yeah, man, I'm gonna try this Plague's Tale, and the second part does look more my speed versus the first one, but I'm gonna try it out.
Yeah, man, Lyle. Hey, Lyle, wake your ass up and go with the next topic. Shit.
That is the topic.
I said it. I said it.
Plague's Tale.
I said the Plague's Tale multiple times. Y'all the ones keep on going left.
Yeah, he cussing out live.
This shit ain't organized anyway. Organized.
Shut up, bro. Go ahead with the next. Go ahead. What you were saying about Plague's Tale? Oh no, we're causing trouble and mayhem and shit.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that Plague's Tale.
Yeah, I'm playing the new one day one.
Yeah,
I might double dip on PC and get those extra achievements.
You know what's funny? I ain't think about playing Plague Tale until Livewire. See, that's why I was about to delete Livewire number out of my phone, because this nigga be like, yo, Plague Tale is fine. He said it so calmly and convincingly. I was like, yeah, I playing that shit, yeah, but it's nice though, dog. I'm telling you, though. Look how I play this stuff. It looked pretty good. Next thing you know, I'm downloading that bitch, playing that motherfucker. Hey, I like, you know what? Let me go ahead and buy this shit and play this shit. This nigga Livewire. This nigga, he did that same fucking Jedi mind trick on fucking Sniper Elite 5. I said, motherfucker done got me again. God damn it. Shit. I need to put this on my backlog. This motherfucker Livewire, he just whispers shit. And you like, you know what? Let me try this out. Now watch out for that motherfucker, dog.
I'm straight up waiting.
I mean, the first game was good, though.
Why are you waiting, 100?
Because it's too much stuff I got to play, man. It's too much. It's too many things.
Well, you still got time. I think Plague still come out, what, like 3 months?
Come out in October, I think.
Playing games. I'm not saying it's not a great game. It looks good. I have to put some games on the back burner.
Which, Vodka said Plague Tale is you. He said that is live.
No.
I'm gonna play. I don't gotta hear Livewire with in my ear.
Game right now.
I'm just go ahead and play it.
But full of fucking games. It's too. Y'all said Xbox ain't got no games. Jesus Christ, and a lot of they things.
And Vodka talking about getting on my PS5, huh?
No,
so my shit'll blow up.
That's for show and tell.
I'm glad you said that, 100, because that's another thing I was gonna say. While everybody is talking all this shit about Xbox doesn't have a first-party game, well, Sony didn't show a first-party game in their show, and there's so much shit coming to Game Pass. Everybody should just that's a nullifier to me. That nullifies everything. All of this shit is coming to Game Pass. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's way too much shit coming to Game Pass, man.
Since you're on that topic, you right, Sleepy Goblin. Since everybody, you on that topic, I'm still trying to figure out how Microsoft is going to release all these goddamn games that we don't have.
I mean that's fair, man. Because if you think about it, like a lot of games you already have, it's almost like, I'm gonna say it's being greedy, but I mean, because everybody eat how they eat, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like, damn, you's a fat, nasty motherfucker because you done ate like 15 chicken wings, big ass bowl of rice, vegetables, and now you talking about, well, where the hell the steak at? Like, god damn, nigga, where the fuck is all this shit going?
Right.
But you know, that's kind of how it feels. It's like, bro, people complaining about playing games, they ain't even beat the shit they got.
Right.
Say that again. I ain't lying. I ain't built. I still got to beat next level.
I ain't got
At
nothing
least
to
before to
play.
the end.
But like, wait, well, what are you playing? If you don't have nothing to play, it tells me a lot that you're not playing a lot. Cause
Yeah, and
you that
then
means you stuck in a box. You only playing what one genre, maybe two.
yeah, and I know I don't play. I
Yeah, they
never
do
played
cry.
Sea of
They
Thieves,
crying.
but I know you guys played Sea of Thieves. Season 7 come out July 19th, the same day as Hot Wheels.
No, it's
You
Hot
know,
Wheels
and
for me all day. Fuck Sea of
dude,
Thieves.
I'm gonna
They
be
gonna rock
all
me.
over
They gonna
that
rock
shit.
my ass up
Vodka
in the
said,
boat.
Vodka said there's too many games in October that's being released.
Yeah, it's
I
too
think
many.
he mean
That's
not
true.
just first party, but third party
Third party.
also.
You
Yeah,
There's
got
too
but
much
they
shit
come in
releasing
three
for the rest
though.
of the year, not just
Yeah,
October.
And we
they
got
come in.
Evil,
and how
and we
much
got
fucking
Evil
time in
West
the
coming at
day?
the end of September.
Elite, elite. You know, I don't. That's the same thing we trying to figure out too. Why people crying about these games? I don't understand. I don't get it either. I don't know why people crying about something about. You know, I think the biggest thing that kills me is why people cry about games that they're not even going to play. I believe Livewire said that before. Like, why y'all worrying about games that y'all not going to play?
Here's why, Flip. I'm glad you brought that up because I've been wanting to dying to say this. Um, like going back to the Xbox show, and I told Dirk Griggity and them, I was like that show was a 10 for me. And Sleepy Goblin 2D, here's another colonism. This is why that show was a 10 for me. Okay, now I'm not going to play everything. Like I told Dirt and them, it's not like you. Walmart is my favorite store. Okay,
Right.
because they have everything I need in there. I'm not going to get my Jordans from there or my suits from there, but they have everything you need at Walmart, right? So I don't need everything, but the things within Walmart keeps Walmart afloat, and it's the most powerful retail store in the world. Now, Microsoft show, they showed League of freaking Legends that's coming out. You, I'll put it to you this way. That's going to be colonism money coming into Microsoft's portfolio so they could turn around and buy more shit for our motherfucking ass. Okay? It's just bolstering their overall platform. Everything could, that's just off of League of Legends. Will I play League of Legends? Hell no, I'm not playing that shit. Okay? That's not my game. But I'm also not going to buy any jewelry at damn Walmart either. Okay? But I'm in Walmart damn 5 days a week. Okay? But everything isn't for you. But something like League of Legends could make more money than everything except for freaking Minecraft or what's that other game? Roblox. You know? So that's a big miss by people. You got to see big ass things like that. That's huge.
I agree. I agree with you, Ethan. That show was more diverse, and I think that's what we get on stupid about all the time. Because a lot of them games, Rocket said it best. He said it best to stupid. He said it. You got to realize they have to show diversity of games. Not only the diversity of games that they have to show, if they showcase those games that they
Absolutely.
show, you're not into it. If you primarily only play one type of game or whatever, or one type of genre, just shooting or whatever, and you online with it, you can't expect them to keep showing those type of games when they have other type of games that is for everybody. I tell my people black. He'll say he'll say that, man, I don't know why Microsoft put that bullshit on their console. Well, number one, Microsoft, first he told Microsoft made it. Number one, Microsoft didn't made it. That's the third party. Number two, you can't get mad when you play fucking Rayman. The same way how you
Hmm.
feel about
Right.
Rayman is the same way how I mean the same way you feel about these other games that you think is bullshit. People say the same thing about Rayman. It had to
Right.
be diverse. It had to be
Yep.
diversity in the game, bro. They have to.
Right.
That's what we keep telling Stupid. You keep saying, you wasn't happy, but what is it that you expect? As Lyle was asking, what is it that you are expecting to see? What type of
Right.
game that you want to see?
Was it anything in there for you? And you'd have to be lying to say that it wasn't. It was
I
shit
mean,
in there for me.
I mean, it's
You know.
that's part of it too. But then the other part is people got to remember this shit is all about relationships. Like Sony didn't get to where
Well
they
said.
were by fucking people over and only taking their best. Because guess what? A lot of those games that they got in that PlayStation Plus series is from a lot of the people that they be touting as their, oh, they got the big AAA, yeah, but them motherfuckers started from somewhere. Shit, look at the Sobo Studios. A couple of years ago, Next Gen was making fun of them because they was making a Disney Rush game. Remember that shit? That was before the
Yeah,
Hmm.
Plague's Tale. That was
yeah,
before Flight Simulator. But
yep.
Microsoft established a relationship with them back then.
Hmm.
Because if you had jumped from what they were doing with Disney Plus and saw what they did with Flight Simulator, you were like, well, how the fuck did they get from all the way over there to all the way over here? Because motherfucking studios grow and evolve. Like they don't stay and do the same shit. Now some studios can't. It is what it is. Some studios can't. Not every studio is gonna make a jump like that. But some studios do. And for Microsoft, they got to try to make as many relationships as possible.
I'm
They,
glad you
they,
brought up relationships live because Forza was built by Microsoft's Xbox division. Turn 10 helped Flight Simulator with the skies in their game. They helped them with that shit. That's relationship personified right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these jokers have been working together for so long, and that Turn 10 said, "Hey, we could help you with some of this shit over here. Watch this."
yeah, I mean that's why like when people got to realize like there's a lot of games that are in Game Pass. Everything can't be a AAA, you know, over the top third person action game. Because guess what? If you got that shit every time a game dropped in the Game Pass, you wouldn't fucking care. Just like the PlayStation people don't care right now. Think about it.
Yeah, they ain't got shit.
Why else would they not even pick it? They didn't even bother to pick up Horizon. They didn't even bother to pick it up.
They
They
knew it was
saw it, they
some
were like,
bullshit.
I'll play Fortnite or I'll go get Call of Duty or I'll play something else. They didn't want to play the shit because they've
Mm-mm.
already played it so many other times with so many other games that like all their games have those elements of it. After a while,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes a blur. Like, oh, I've already played this shit before. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you have people that love it regardless. That's like a motherfucker that only loves chocolate ice cream and can eat that shit every single day and enjoys it just as much as he did or she did the day before. They're like, but not everybody could do that shit. Most
Right.
people would just be like, damn, you don't want to do vanilla, you don't want to do strawberry, butter pecan, like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Throw some peppermint up in there. How about some pistachios, man? Some cookie dough. What? Something. Switch it
Hmm.
up. Be like,
And it's
nah,
like what you're
I'm good
saying,
with
man.
chocolate.
And you like, I listen to a lot of podcasts talk after the Xbox show, and they said, "Why the hell was Sea of Thieves there?" Because that motherfucker got 30 million people playing that shit. That's why. Your
Yep.
little bitty 3%, nobody gives a fuck about your big ass mouth. But I tell you what, somebody had better said something about Sea of Thieves. Even though I flip you laughing, I honestly only played Sea of Thieves one time because I told y'all about that story. I never played it again, but it's big in the portfolio. That game has become a cash cow because people buying cats and other bullshit.
Yeah,
You know,
but it's
Yeah,
not
but
the thing about it. Everything is not like okay. Halo ain't for everybody. I know guys say I
it's
don't
not
play,
for everybody, man.
and they'll say I play Gears. I don't play Halo. I'm not into first person shooters. Respect
bro,
that.
it's no different than look, it's no different than The Last of Us, right? The Last of Us just came up with the remaster, right? People that love The Last of Us was like, ooh, The Last of Us remaster. People that don't really care about Last of Us that much were like, damn, Last of Us again? Yeah, damn. But you get two different reactions because everything ain't for everybody. They all trying to cater to every little bit of their fan base. You know, that's what it really is, and that's why even though you had certain people rate the show low, the majority of people rated it high because at bare minimum there was something there for you.
But see,
At
they
bare
go.
minimum.
But see, the live, they what I always say, they go in there with them high ass expectations. They're gonna listen to that. They
Mhm.
go listen to.
Well, yeah, I mean,
They go
it's
listen
a
to
lot. It's a lot
this and that. They
because
go
you know
listen to
what?
this and they go, remember that list came out and all this other stuff. And I'm
Hmm.
like,
Because
Oh,
you fuck your
I'm
own,
glad
because
100
fuck
said
your
that.
own motherfucking life
Yeah,
up.
me too.
but they
I'm glad
always go
100
in
said
there.
that.
You
Check
No,
this
I'm
fuck
out,
your
saying
man.
own.
Let me
they
say this
always
part.
go in there with that PlayStation of dream, the E3 of dreams in their head, where PlayStation had Spider. They showed a glimpse of Spider-Man. They showed God of War. They showed Horizon Zero Dawn, and they showed Final Fantasy VII. They they always run back to that shit, and they
Yeah,
want that same thing. And it's not even because they want those games. They just want to be able to say, "Ha! I'm gonna rub it in the face of the ponies. Look what we got." And it's like, are you gonna play those games though?
hmm,
Because that's the whole thing. Like you saying all this, but are you playing those games?
And live. I forgot about this.
hmm.
My man Elite said this. If Sea of Thieves wasn't so doing so good, why they had the Pirates of the Caribbean DLC last year? That's a
Man,
big
live.
ass license.
That shit was big as
That is
fuck.
a big ass
That was
license,
big as
Elite.
hell.
Man, live
And
gotta
people
finish that
brushing that
shit.
huge.
That's a big
Okay.
ass
We
license.
don't
That's a
have to
business.
play it, man.
I
Yeah.
mean,
That shit was
live is.
Let me
massive
ask
I
as
you
put it
this.
this
hell.
way. Only thing
Let me
I
ask
do
you
is
this,
good is
other
get
thing.
drunk on the boat, throw up, and in real life, and at the same time, and then they gonna throw me in the brig, and I'm gonna get fucked up, and I'm gonna cuss their ass out. That's
That
all I'm
shit was
good for.
funny as hell to this day. That shit
But
was
let me ask
funny
you
as
this
hell.
though. Why is it that every game that multiplayer game that Microsoft has, they talk shit about? But I don't understand why you're talking about shit about a game that have 15, 20, 30 more, 30, 40 million players that's playing it as we speak. I don't understand why they do that. Like, how can you hate on a game that people are playing? That to
It's
me, that doesn't
impossible to
make
me.
sense.
Because you
And
know what
these people that are playing, they steadily they bring money to your console every single day. And you complaining about this shit? Like, oh, that's what I was gonna say. But no, Hunter, I'm not gonna forget this shit. Go ahead and say what you were gonna say, Hunter.
no, but that's what they make money off of hating on Xbox. If
Absolutely.
you if you hate on Xbox, I don't give a fuck what
You
you
get
can make
clicks.
and you may not be hating on Xbox. When you say I'm disappointed with Xbox, your
I
clicks
believe
gonna
that.
go up like a motherfucker.
I believe
Hmm.
that. I believe that. I do believe that. I do believe people do believe, as you say,
I might
people.
pull some shit off this week.
God
I'm
damn,
disappointed with
I've
Xbox.
been drinking this
You know what I'm
fruity
Yep.
saying?
drink a
I'm
little
disappointed with
too much
Xbox because
of it.
Xbox they give me
This
my
wine is
$10.
sweet as shit. But I do believe people do that. I get it. I mean,
They
as you
do.
saying, people want to hate on the biggest title game because those are
And
games
pub
that
up a small
Sony
one.
don't have.
Eh, Now I'm gonna tell you something. I want y'all to see this. Okay. Everybody, all of these podcasts is the coolest thing in the world to do is to hate on Halo. You even have Halo YouTubers hate on Halo
Say that
constantly.
again.
But
Hold on.
they can never say that gameplay ain't shit. They can't say that. All right? But check this out. Halo has already made its money. Halo Infinite already made its money. So with all of them hating so bad, like the best one is the game is dead. No, it's dead on PC. Console games are not PC games. They need to understand that shit. That's not a barometer of success for a console game. Halo stays in the top 15.
Yeah,
And when
but
a
Zink.
new
Yeah, but Zink. When they going off, they're going off of Steam.
off of
You gotta
Steam,
understand,
that's what I'm saying.
they're going off of Steam charts, but
They
then you
go
also buy out the Microsoft store because it's a
exactly.
Game Pass. So
That's what I'm
and they
talking
get it
about.
for free. So you can't use them numbers because you
Nope.
got Game Pass on PC. It's for free.
But they use that all of the time like
Yeah,
it's
and
some
see,
kind of barometer.
you
It's
cannot
not.
use that. That's why I say you cannot use that barometer on that because that player base on Steam is not as big as where it's on
Mm-mm.
Xbox and on PC in the Microsoft store.
And that's not where they make their money. And it's like Notre Dame. I told you guys this before. Notre Dame, it's only like 9,000 students. They get so much money off donations from around the world. They were going to allow if you got into Notre Dame, they were going to not make you pay tuition to get into Notre Dame. That's how much money they make at that university. So when a PC is getting Halo, hey man, that's just free. That's just advertisement. They make their money over here. Okay. And now everybody is getting pissed about Halo Master Chief Collection about to start charging microtransactions. They should. And I ask these motherfuckers this. I say, when you go to work Monday, say, hey, boss, fuck it, man. I'm going to work for free today. Go do your dumbass that shit. Say, hey, I'm going to work for free today. Because they have been working on the Master Chief Collection since that bitch released. So you want them to continue to work for free on this shit? And you got 10 million people playing this game? The League of Legends is not free. World of
Yeah.
Warcraft isn't free. All of this shit ain't fucking free. But you want this shit to be free? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, Elite saying whether people like it, like it or not, whatever. Saying CSC, there's nothing out there like CSC, which is true. Vodka
Nothing.
saying that. Vodka saying people use your opinion against you to make it seem as though, use your opinion against you and use it as a weakness. That is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
I don't play that game. I don't play Minecraft. Minecraft is the biggest game in the history of the globe. Tetris beat out Pac-Man, which Pac-Man was the biggest. Tetris beat that shit out. Now Minecraft beat that shit out. I don't play Minecraft. I hate that game. My kids
Yeah,
love it.
I mean, that's where it is, man. Like
Yeah.
Fortnite,
Everything ain't for you. I hate
Roblox,
that shit.
Minecraft. We don't really
Yeah.
care about these games, but these are the games that the kids care about. These are the games
Yep.
that the majority of the people care about. So as much as we were like, well, we might want this hardcore story or you want this RPG or whatever. Yes, to be honest, all the little genres that we have, most of them are more niche. Yes, they might sell millions, but in
Hmm.
comparison to the battle royales and the world building games, uh, yeah, they're not really shit. You talking about maybe tens of millions versus like hundreds of millions.
Hmm.
It's not really
Like that
comparable.
bullshit Candy Crush. You
Yeah,
know,
That's one
I
of
have
the
people that
That's a
go
big ass
ahead.
game on console. No, I was just I know where you're going with that. That's a big ass game. On console. I say on mobile.
What,
And
Candy
Yeah,
Crush?
man,
that shit. Go
I
man.
ahead,
can hear you.
Zink.
I can
That
hear you
shit
I
talking
crazy.
know
now.
I
Fuck
know
Candy Crush.
people that are presidents of companies, dude, that had to be disciplined and delete that shit off their phone when they caught themselves spending $400 a month on that fucking game.
Oh no, I ain't spending nothing. I ain't no mobile
I'm talking
game.
about, these are regular people, man. I'm talking about soccer moms and hockey
Right,
dads. You know,
right.
I'm talking about those motherfuckers that don't even play video games.
He's
But
right
just
though.
play this Candy Crush shit just to pass time while they waiting on a meeting or some shit. You
Let me
know?
tell
yeah.
you something. I never seen a day in my life my mom ever even played fucking video game. None of that. None of my older my aunts, they passed and all. But nevertheless, or older cousin, I never seen them ever play a video game a day in their fucking life. But that goddamn Candy Crush, I can see that's one of the I can see that will be one of the reason why Microsoft will buy Activision. That's like what the biggest mobile game on the
That
damn
shit make
planet.
more money than Call of Duty.
That shit crazy.
And they got Call of Duty Mobile too. And that makes money.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They do though, but that right there, that is something else. That is something that the Lord gave because that shit is crazy. I mean, come
So if
on,
you
think
don't
about it.
believe
I
in the
remember back
Lord,
in the day, I was playing that game more than I was playing my console. Shit addictive,
Yeah.
man.
And something that's dope is that Tetris effect. And the beat that they have is bad ass. But we just don't do stuff like some of us don't do stuff like that.
no.
But you got to have, like Live is saying, you have to have something for everyone. It's not all about your ass. That's why. And, oh, somebody said, why was Overwatch there? Because that shit is big as fuck. That's why. You
It grew.
dumbass.
Why
It
why
grew.
why would you
Stupid
wouldn't want to
motherfucker.
It
have the
grew.
marketing rights? Why would you wouldn't have the marketing rights for one of the biggest games out there?
That's some stupid
I
shit.
don't.
The game
Like I
grew.
say, I'm glad that motherfucker free to play, so I can grab me Sebastian in this
Hey,
goal, and I can play
let
with
me
the homegirl
let me, let me
Jenny.
let me
Jenny.
ask you that. Let me ask you this, Bone. Live.
Mm,
Think about this. Punisher, wake your ass up. Um,
yeah.
do you
Yeah,
see
Punisher.
Grounded being a big ass game?
Hey
Because
man,
I'm saying it seems
I
like the
agree with
games that
100.
we
I
sleep
do.
on is the game that blows the fuck up.
It's those little kids
Grounded's
playing
already a
shit
big
like
game
that,
though.
man.
I
That
mean,
Grounded
it's
already
getting
got
there
10
if
million
they
people playing that
Yeah,
shit.
if they
and it's
keep
not
on
even out yet.
supporting it. I mean, it's
Man, if nobody's
and
playing
they
these
keep on.
games, if Xbox got these games, why are these games getting supported like this month?
Yeah,
Like
if
it's
they keep on
crazy.
supporting it, I don't see why not. I mean, I don't know what the limits are, but
But
Yeah,
people are
man.
playing. I, I ain't remember when
Right,
Grounded came out.
Overwatch is
We
free
got
to
into the
play.
alpha of
Spider.
Yep.
Grounded. We got into the
Right.
alpha of Grounded and shit. Sometimes we get burned out of games because we didn't play them ahead of time.
Hmm.
We might get
But
burned out. We was in Sea of Thieves ahead
you
of time. Sometimes
hold on. You right. You right though. You right. But here's the kicker with that shit though, bro. When that game finally released with different and new contents,
Mhm.
bam, that shit goes crazy.
Go back
Just
on it.
like Sea of Thieves. Um,
Go back
motherfucker
on it.
talking about Sea of Thieves, blah blah blah. Look what happened. I
Yeah,
I I,
man,
I,
via
once
I
what else
think
called
once
via
once
Z's.
once the grounded
His
has vehicles in it, that shit'll take off.
hmm.
Once they
Yeah,
have it where you can fly around the map or you can drive around the map, that shit'll take off.
I
and
like the fact that they also had more of a story mode because they said like the children in the neighborhood are ending up missing. They're disappearing. We don't know what happened to them. I'm like, oh shit. They already got their story
right,
mode down.
right, and like Vodka was saying, is Overwatch is an Activision Blizzard game. Why you not gonna talk your shit up? You know you gonna have. Why you not gonna talk that shit up? You know, this is that stage for that. You know, and I mean,
Hmm.
it's just one thing after another, man. I mean, you are just
I ain't think of that.
building.
So they
It's
got that
you
Diablo
building
coming
everything.
too.
I did not think of that one. You're right
Yeah,
about that
and
one,
I
Nigga
don't
D.
play that
Diablo
Diablo
is
shit.
huge. Yep.
Diablo is massive.
I
I
like
don't play that
Diablo. I
damn
ain't gonna.
game.
I do play Diablo. I ain't gonna lie.
You know
I
what?
do play Diablo.
I hate Bone and Livewire much as I don't like them overtime games. But I cannot deny or disrespect how good that game looked.
Yeah,
It
I
Yeah.
got me
fuck with
intrigued.
Yeah,
Diablo.
that
I was
game
like,
look
hold
good,
on.
good as
I had
hell.
to smack myself
Mm.
a couple times because I'm like, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Motherfucker make me want to play that goddamn game a little
Yeah.
bit, man. I might be over there with
Thing
Bone and
about
shit
it, it
getting
So I'm
runs.
into
trying
Thing
to
it.
about
day
it.
one. As soon as
Thing
that
about
shit
it
come to
is,
Game Pass, I'm
yeah.
playing
The
it.
thing about it, the game runs fast. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a slow dungeon crawler. You got to read everything. And the god.
No, I
No,
understand that. It's just that overtime
it's
view
fucking pure. It's
I
fucking
don't
pure
like,
action.
but I might have to
Yeah, it's
swallow
pure
that
action. It's
swallow
not
that
turn
pride
based or nothing like
Yeah,
and
ain't
play
that.
no
that
turn
game.
basis. Shit, you can
Right.
fuck around and you got to go. Man, it's organized chaos. That's what I call it. Organized chaos.
Right.
Yeah, man. But that's a
Right. You
huge
right.
game.
You right. Xbox Bethesda Blizzard, I mean Active Blizzard Showcase. I think next year they're gonna just have Xbox um Xbox Blizzard whatever showcase. I don't even think they're gonna have Bethesda on there. Bethesda done show
No,
their roadmap of what they're gonna do. Now when
nah, they got to
everything
go to
is said
show.
and done, they're gonna
Bethesda
do the
better show
same
me my
thing
Outer
with
Worlds.
whatchamacallit.
Bethesda need to show me my motherfucking Outer Worlds too.
Well,
Shit,
Bethesda, they
Nah,
might
Bone, you might
show
go
up,
get that up.
but they might be like
You
in
ain't
the
gonna
yeah,
see
I
that
need
no
my
background
time
Outer
soon.
somewhere.
Worlds too.
Bone, you're not gonna see that no time soon, you hard
See,
headed.
I need it.
I know, I
I'm like
know,
a
I know you
see,
crackhead.
you
do.
know something? See, that's another thing. Too many of y'all talk about that game, Outer Worlds. I gotta play that shit. You know, I'm like,
Oh
why?
my
How did I
Oh
miss
man,
god.
if
this
you ain't
game?
played it yet, yeah, you missing out,
I
man.
have not played that game. I
Outer
will
Worlds, you
definitely.
sit
That's
down,
another one I'm
you
gonna
make
play.
me, Flip, Livewire, and Bunch. We played two different. We played three different games. I had a different ending than they had because Flip is an asshole. Flip is a straight asshole. So Flip told me what he did. So we both started at the same time, but Flip told me what he did. I'm like, what the fuck you do that shit for, man? Fuck. He's like, I don't, cause I'm an asshole. I said, all right,
He
man.
said, "Go play Outer
I just
Worlds
straight up muted that
ASAP." I
motherfucker.
gotta play that
I straight
game.
up muted that motherfucker. But the relationship that's an MMO one. That's an MMO
Listen here,
that's why people that's why
listen here,
people love
Bone.
Fallout New Vegas because that's
Hey,
Fallout New
Bone,
Vegas in
listen,
space.
listen here, Bone. What you think about me and Livewire was like, this nigga Bone got his wish. When we saw that
Oh,
Hot Wheel,
Hot Wheels.
Bone
I
was
said
doing jump. Listen here, y'all. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all.
Hey
He was
man,
doing
me
jumping
too.
jacks for Jesus when he saw that
Same
Hot
here.
Wheel.
Hey dude, I stood up when I saw that bad boy there.
I said, yo, the boy over here doing jumping jacks for Jesus over Hot Wheel.
I mean, one man that Hot Wheels man. I'm like, man, y'all got to keep it late because I didn't think Hot Wheels gonna come because Hot Wheels came out with their own game. Remember this year?
Yeah, I was shocked when I saw that too.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I ain't finna
Hey,
play that.
Bone,
That
you
was
know more.
just
Listen here, we all know this shit. You should listen here. Money talk, bullshit walk.
yeah.
hmm
I
But
was
yeah,
like,
Hot
man,
Wheels, they
That's all
make a
that
lot of
was.
money.
That's
They
all
saw
that
that money they
was.
was getting. They was like, yeah, go for it.
and then that track
Shit.
look them tracks look way better than 3. It's like it's
But you
gonna
know
be
what? You know what I want them to do next though? I want to do like some micro machines type things. You remember the micro machines back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Now I'm getting
Can
cussed
do
out
some
by
shit like
everybody.
that.
Yo be cussing me
Oh,
out. Vodka
money
is
check.
cussing me out.
Yeah,
How did I miss out on Outer Worlds? So I
Mhm.
gotta play this game. I gotta try
And go
this
off the
game.
grid. Don't go off the grid. Don't let
Yeah.
nobody. Don't talk to nobody. You can talk to your family, but don't talk to nobody.
it is a great game. I
Yeah.
cannot deny that.
And
Even
I
I beat
gotta
though
both
play it.
DLCs.
I was doing
And
shit
I
different,
beat them with
Bone.
ease.
Yeah, I haven't beat the
Bone,
DLC
you know
yet.
what? This is the funny thing is Bone always be talking about that crazy shit. Gang bang blah 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 blah. Blah. He was over there being peacemaker. I was killing everything. I didn't give a
Sound
shit.
like my son.
Yeah,
I
I was
was
over there
killing
being. I
everything.
no because I built friendship. Some people,
I
you
wasn't
know,
building friendship. If you
I was
wasn't giving me no
I built
ass,
a
you
relationship
My
dead.
because
Cerny.
I can't even tell y'all why I really. That's another story. We got because I ain't gonna ruin the game for nobody. You know what I'm saying? They ain't played it. I'm I was doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was plotting. I was being methodical. While that nigga was being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Now he was being an asshole. You know what I'm saying?
I know I
And
was.
then he wondered why they was kicking his ass at the end. Like, boom, boom, can you come help me? Nope. It's only a single player game, G.
Think about their budget for the next one.
It's sky high. Sky
Yeah.
is the limit, and you know that you can have what man. It's man. What else y'all want to talk about, man? Before we get out of here, we can go in there and
Lie,
see
lie,
all that.
what you got on the table?
I want to play the video game. You hear that click, click, click.
I'm asleep. You ain't sleep, Lyle. I don't hear you
Oh,
snoring.
live
Wake
with
your ass
sleep.
up. Fucking up. Nigga ain't sleep. If he was asleep, he'd have been snoring. I knew the motherfucker Livewire playing the game. Livewire threw up top and say a couple things to get quiet and start playing the games again. I know your routine, buddy. I
Yeah,
know
enjoy
your
the virgin.
routine.
But I know it's later on the East Coast. It's still early on the West Coast.
Yep.
We
You know what I'm
did two
saying?
hours.
So,
We
we gonna
did two
end it. You
hours.
know, people say, "Why y'all going so late?" Because motherfucker, we got a life. I should even ask y'all, mother. You know what I'm saying? And I try to do some video. Hopefully, I ain't got to go
Duck
through.
Mobile.
Yeah, like I say, man. Hopefully, I ain't got to go Fridays weekend this week. Hopefully, I can work from home 3 days this week.
We did
God,
about 2
please,
hours.
because it messed up my sleep schedule. But man, we out of here, man. Like I say,
Listen here, anybody that want to hop on, see your feed, or anytime when Livewire not asleep, holler at us, man.
man,
You know Livewire name. You know what I'm saying? You know my name. Flip Money Online. Livewire, crazy ass motherfucker. Everybody name is what it is, what you see, other thing being incognito.
That's right. As long as
Incognito.
100 don't call me a nigger, I'll be okay.
man,
You know what? I didn't know you was gonna say that with the other good one. Yo, y'all, hey man, I swear, I wish y'all was there. I wish y'all, because the other day
That's a,
looked at the party chat like who let the what's his name go in the party?
I sure did, man. I looked at my TV. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
That
Oh
shit was
man,
funny
I
as
know.
hell.
Hey, our party chats is crazy.
The,
You know what I'm
the
saying?
whole party was laughing like, what?
Yeah.
yeah, that shit
Yep.
was funny as
Hey, look
hell.
at Bone made people do a triple take. Like, hold on, what's going on? I don't understand. Hold on, what? How dare that white guy disrespect Flip money like that?
Sure did.
Oh shit!
Oh man.
Well, we out
Oh.
here, man. We can play
All right,
nice
fellas.
Republic on backwards compatibility, bitch. Shut up. God bless you.
Yeah.
Good night. Your mother's a
Peace.
man.
Shout out to Stu Peas in the black. Shout out to Stu Peas in the black man foot.